Hi everyone, I'm glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. It is Tuesday, March 25th, 2025. It kind of looks like they're waiting for Old Faithful to go off, but it may have already gone off. They don't have a time. They haven't had a time for its eruption for a while. We do have some bison down here. Let me see. Right down there. There's quite a few bison down there. I recorded some bison yesterday. I don't know who's minding the camera, but there's water here, which may indicate that it had already erupted. USGS is reporting 6 earthquakes within the last 24 hours. The reason I got this 1.2 for Grace, Idaho, it showed up at Yellowstone, and it's quite a ways from Yellowstone, but it did shake up the caldera. Yeah, I don't believe anything they say. They got a 2.8. I haven't looked that one up yet. I'll do it as I'm making this video. That looks like the largest earthquake there by Stanley, Idaho. I want to mention, as I go back to the live webcam, that the bison originally there was 2 separate herds, 2 genetically separate herds there at Yellowstone. But for whatever reason, their management of the bison, there's only 1 herd currently there. Yeah, and I'm surprised that this group of bison's been hanging out there where the live webcam is at least since yesterday. So here's that supposed magnitude 1.2 earthquake, and you can see it really shook up Yellowstone. It doesn't really show up here at Denny Creek on this monitor, but it does show up on Holmes Hill. Let me make this one bigger. I come up with a magnitude 1.60, and there was actually 2 quakes in there. Let me go to the seismic signature. Oh, hit the wrong button. Okay. Right here is the second earthquake, a 1.60, and then we'll go to the first one. That one would be a 2.16. Yeah, so they're only mentioning 1 earthquake. They're not mentioning the fact that it's 2. Yeah, both of them are fault movement. Alright, here's that other earthquake, and it actually looks like 2 earthquakes. There's the one, and let me just bring it over so you can see. Right there. The first one comes in, and it's a slow-moving tremor. It comes in as a magnitude 2.06, and then the second one, we'll go to the spectrogram so we can get a better idea where to cut it off at, maybe. I'll just do it there. So the second one comes in as a 2.08. But they're only mentioning the 1 earthquake. 2.08, 5.7 miles in depth. Oh, there it goes. I caught the end of it going off. Yeah, I was wrong. It looked like it had already gone off. And you can see all the heated water. Looks like the bison have moved away from Old Faithful. Yeah. Looks like they got some rain clouds coming in too. Yeah, pretty cool. At least I caught it. I wish they would zoom in, but I don't know who's manning the camera. So it's currently 12:03 Central Daylight Time. Oh, and the camera stopped. Well, that is a bummer. Oh, there it goes again. Yeah. You know, after I did my report, I think they're expecting hydrothermal eruptions to occur. Things are definitely changing there at Yellowstone. Someone asked about the bears gathering. Well, the bears are coming out of hibernation right now. So, yeah, I don't know. I didn't find anything about bears gathering in groups. But, yeah, they're pretty unruly when they wake up. And, yeah, they're hungry. So this is a dangerous time right now. If you're at the park, looks like we got some kind of bug flying around there on the camera. Almost look like a dragonfly, which is unusual because they come later in the season. So I don't know what kind of bug that was. Yeah. Well, at least I caught part of it for you. Yeah, it's still erupting. Still going off. Still really cold there. Let me pull this over a little bit. Yeah, you can see we still got a lot of snow on the different lodges, the cabins. Yeah. So I downloaded 3 different monitors. On the left here is Moose Creek, Idaho. That one was the strongest signature for the earthquake that occurred in Idaho. Let me show you where that monitor is at. Here we have the Snake River Plateau and some of the past eruptions. And I've talked about how the magma is coming up there at Yellowstone Park, and it's moving west under the ground. And this is the monitor there. And up over here is Yellowstone Lake. This here is the monitor for Denny Creek. There was some kind of event, a large event that really shook up the caldera. It even showed up for the state of Washington. I haven't had a chance to see what it was. Let me go to this. Yeah, it really shook up the caldera. But I am looking for an earthquake that occurred at 12:49 Universal Time. Let's see, that's the most recent one that they're reporting. Okay, probably right there. Right there. They're saying it's a minus 0.02. Made it larger. It looks like magma. Yeah, magma on the move. Let me bring this over. Oh, it went big again. Okay. This here is the monitor for Holmes Hill. Let's look at the spectrogram. Yeah, just a little bit. Doesn't even show the heated water or the gases that are coming up. And we'll make that bigger. Yeah, once again, yeah, it looks like magma on the move. All kinds of activity going on there for the Snake River Plateau. Again, this is Moose Creek, Idaho. This is that monitor. This is supposedly that earthquake in Idaho. Yeah, lots of popping going on. Look at that. Lots of popping. I wouldn't be surprised if they have another eruption along the Snake River Plateau. Let's look at the spectrogram. Yeah, I'll click on some of these. Right here, when you see signatures like this, that means that the magma is coming up, and it's so loud that the machine that they use there can't pick it up. It's just too loud. It's beyond its senses, I guess you could say. Yeah, we got a small, let me look at the seismic signature. Yeah, small earthquake right there. See how it went flatline there? Yeah, that's screaming. That's actual screaming. And we got one small one over here marked in red. Right there. That's small. That would be a 0.66. And then this one here, 10:19 Universal Time. Yeah, we got more fault movement. Now that one shows up on several monitors, but they're not reporting that earthquake either. This here is the monitor for Holmes Hill. That's by Earthquake Lake. And this here is Denny Creek. That's its monitor. Look at all the ones marked in red. You know, whatever event it was globally. It really shook up the caldera. Let me make this larger. Yeah, that's magma movement. Yep. Yeah, it's real frustrating when they don't report all the earthquakes. I mean, they'll report a minus 0.2 supposedly, but this one was larger. I mean, it shows up at Maple Creek, Denny Creek, and Holmes Hill. Yet they don't report it. There's that one. And what else do we got going on here? We got a small one down here. Again, that is, let me make that bigger. This one here is along the Snake River Plateau, Moose Creek, Idaho. And that was at 16:05 Universal. So that would have been at 11:05 today, a.m. Yeah, a lot of popping going on. Yeah, like I said, I wouldn't be surprised. Let me make that bigger again. I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up having another eruption there along the Snake River Plateau. Because one, that's the direction that the magma is moving under the ground. And there's just, look at all this activity that's going on here. It's just, it's amazing. We'll go to the spectrogram. I mean, look at that. Look at the heat and the gases that's coming up. And we'll pull it down. This is what it was showing when I pulled the files, was this right here. And we'll come across. You see the line of melt? Yeah, pockets of melt. I believe the last time there was an eruption there at the Snake River area. Let me go to the, I want to go to the, it's not working. Why is it not working? I wanted to change it to spectrogram, or the seismic signature. Anyways, the last time there was an eruption along the Snake River Plateau was only about 2,000 years ago. Yeah, there we go. I got it to work to show the seismic signature. We'll go back to the spectrogram. And then I want to show you this. This here is Peachstone Plateau. Now, that eruption happened about 70,000 years ago. And let me come out. Alright, I'll go back in so you can see it. Okay, this is the area which was about 70,000 years ago. And then this is the Snake River Plateau. And we got Hell's Half Acre. That last erupted about 4,000 to 5,000 years ago. And then this one here, the Craters of the Moon. That is still spoken about by the Native Americans. That's been passed down from generation to generation. That erupted about 2,000 years ago. Yeah. So anyways, that's all I have for you right now. If you have thoughts or questions, yeah. The bears are coming out of hibernation. You don't have to worry about them conspiring to attack people. They are very grumpy. They are very aggressive right now. And the park is still closed, at least for all vehicles, unless you got a snowmobile. And it will be closed until mid-April. They don't have a date. It says spring plowing has begun. And most roads are closed to all vehicles until mid-April. And that was posted on the 16th. And in my last video, I talked about how the parking lot and the boardwalk there by Biscuit Basin, that is still closed. Yeah, because of its eruption that occurred last year. Yeah, that occurred in July on the 23rd of last year. It's still closed. Now here on this map it says that Beartooth Highway US 212 is closed for the season. It will reopen on Friday, May 23rd. And then this one here, yeah, they don't have anything posted for opening or anything like that. Just that chains are required. And I assume this is the road. If you can get through. I don't know if I can make it larger. There you go. So I don't know how far down the road you can go. Let's see if anything shows up here. Tower Junction. Just gives you the time for the driving. Grand Loop Road. Yeah, so maybe you can go there if you have chains. They're probably requiring it. This entrance here, like I said, the northeast entrance, that's closed until May 23rd. So I don't know how far you can get on that road. So that's all I have for you right now. If any thoughts or comments, please put them down below. Yeah, I do read the comments, and I try and answer them when I can. Thank you again. Always be prepared for a disaster. I think they are expecting hydrothermal eruptions somewhere in the park, but because it's closed, unless you got a snowmobile, yeah, they're probably not going to know unless they have some sort of equipment, yeah, to record. Who knows if they'll even report if there's any new hydrothermal eruptions during the time that people aren't able to get to the park. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you later. God bless y'all. Bye.